Mornings were spent digesting Susan Weed. If you don't know who Susan Weed is, then you need to get to know her. But Susan Weed is an herbalist, and she's funny, she's witty, and she's wise. And she was teaching me so much about how herbs benefit and heal the body. But in addition to digesting her, I was also digesting breakfast. Let's talk about this bacon. Y'all, this is nothing like the crispy, thin foolishness that you get in the United States. This was fresh from the pig, and I just couldn't get over like the thick slices. You only get this at a butcher in the U.S., but you can't get this in the supermarket. And I was just shocked at like how it looked and how gorgeous it was. And then there was this egg. I'm talking fresh farm eggs. Look at how perfect the yolk was coming out the egg. I mean, just the perfect yellow. The texture was different. It tasted different. I was just a huge fan of all of this. And then cornmeal porridge. If you're Jamaican, you already know about this. If you're not Jamaican, you need to get with a Jamaican and have them make this for you because it's the best thing, hands down. And then there was saltfish with more bacon. And there was kalaloo, one of my favorites. And there was fried dumpling and green banana and yam and hardle bread. And if you don't know about hardle bread, you need to try it. It's divine. But after eating like this, I had to go take a walk.
Whoa, whoa, why? Ooh, la. Oh, yes, I am. Ooh, I met a girl this morning. She was love at first sight. Ooh, I met a girl this morning. She was beauty to my eyes. I asked her where she from, she tell me in the tropics. She asked me what's my name, I tell her I am Connie. And I said, girl, tell me what's your name. And she tell me that her name is Jamaica. And I said, smile, girl, smile. Smile for me, Jamaica. And I said, smile, girl, smile. Ooh, Lord, smile.
I didn't let anybody see me, but I had to because I wanted to see there's different foods, and I was like, oh, this is so cool, I want to see that. So, yeah, I had to. You know I'm always making a video, taking pictures somewhere, and I didn't do it at first, and I saw they had like pigtails and all this stuff, and I said, pickled pigtails. I never heard of that. I was like, I gotta capture this. You all know how fascinated I am with the grocery store, especially grocery stores in other countries. And in the meat section was so interesting. They had your run-of-the-mill chicken legs and steak and that sort of thing, but they also had chicken neck, beef liver, cow tongue, cow head, cow foot, cow tripe, cow skin. It was almost like being at a butcher, but except for it was a grocery store. I thought that was so cool. And they had a cake section, which you all know how much I love cake. They had sweet potato pudding and fruitcake mix. These are things I would normally make from scratch, but I just thought it was dope that they actually had a box mix for it. And same thing with the porridge section. They had green banana porridge and cornmeal porridge, and these are things that we typically make from scratch, but there it is in an instant. I was fascinated, y'all. But anyways, enough of the grocery store. Let's go eat. Juicy Patties was one of my favorite places to get patties in Jamaica. I mean, patties are like a Jamaican staple. It's kind of like what I guess hamburgers are to the United States. But if you've ever had a patty, then you already know what goodness is in store. Let's take a look at this crust. I'm talking like flaky, delicious goodness, just layer upon layer of just yum. I'm not really a big fan of the filling. I could do without. And they actually sell the crust just by itself. Perfect. Remember the chicken foot from earlier in the market? Well, they had chicken foot soup here. So my mother had that. And I didn't know that a chicken foot could be eaten. I just thought it was like flavor. Well, apparently, this is what happens when you chew up a chicken foot. Oh, God. Yes, mommy, dad. Oh, I have no idea. All right, miss. You pull it up back. So now we finished with the market, we finished with the patties. It is time for my favorite market of all time, the Fruits Gallery. Y'all, just take in the goodness for a minute.
Lentil soup is mental fruit and ginger root is good for the youth. Fresh vegetable with them ital stew. Sweet yam fries with the green callaloo. Careful how you season and prepare your foods, cause you don't wanna lose vitamins and minerals, and that's the jewel. Life brings life, it's valuable, so I eat what come from the ground, it's natural. Let your food be your medicine, no accelerant. Strictly herb generates from the sun, cause I got melanin in it.
They say you are what you eat, so I strive to eat healthy. My goal in life is not to be rich or wealthy, cause true wealth comes from good health and wise ways. We got to start taking better care of ourselves. They say you are what you eat, so I strive to eat healthy. My goal in life.
You have half a dozen?
Sure, I do.
Oh, the apple them looks so small, like it's about all the big one then.
Yeah, that's what happened to them.
Then make the people and pump it out all of the big one then break it.
Hey you guys, so I'm in Jamaica. I'm here in Mandeville, and Mandeville is located in Manchester, which is kind of up in the hills in Jamaica. And I've been grocery shopping, of course, going to the markets and all these sort of things. They have lots of stands, like people selling fruit on the side of the road. So we stopped up at many different ones. But I wanted to just share the fruit that I've come across. So in the United States, I'm used to eating a lot of different foods anyways, and I'm so used to the bulk and the size of stuff in the United States that coming here, even though I've been here plenty of times before, my mother's from Jamaica, so, you know, I'm not unfamiliar, but it's still almost like a culture shock every time I find it. So first, this is a papaya. This is a papaya, which they call locally papa, but papaya in the United States, it's the size usually of like a football. It's usually big, like as big as my hands I'm holding now, and it's, you know, green. And I mean, I was just shocked. I was like, this is the size of a lemon in the United States, and this is a papaya. So I had to show this. And then pomegranate, which we call pomegranate, here is pomegranate, but here this pomegranate is like the size of a tennis ball. Pomegranates in the United States are like the size of baseballs, or maybe even bigger, you know, but this is a pomegranate, and I'm like, look at this. This is the size of the fruit. Like, this is what the size of fruit should be like. But we're so used to GMO and genetically engineered stuff, and I mean, everything is bigger and better, so they say in the United States, but it's not, because eating fruits that are not natural to the earth has effects on our body over time. So I'm just here like amazed at the size of this pomegranate. This is what a pomegranate should look like. This is a lime. I got this lime from a tree, actually. We were out looking at properties, and there was this lime tree, and I was like, oh my god. And I saw it, and I was like, okay. And I picked this one, you know, like I asked my mom, like, how do you pick the lime, how do you know which one is best? And then just sort of like, when it's ready, like the tree will give it, you know. If it's not ready, a lot of times the fruit in the United States is force picked. So they pick it before it's even ready. So by the time it gets to you, they put it through some process which makes it ripen, but it's not a natural process. So we usually get something that's really like not natural. But this lime, literally, like, it smells like lime. In the United States, when you pick up a lime, if you smell it, you don't really smell the lime. You have to sort of scratch at the skin or zest it in order to get that citrusy smell. I picked this straight from the tree, and it smelled just like lime. And look how small it is. It's like the size of a walnut, whereas limes in the United States are like the size of my fist. So it's just like, look, this is a lime. This is an almond fruit. So this is the fruit from the tree, and then inside is the actual almond, like the shell of the almond. The inside of that is the almonds that we eat. But I didn't even know that almonds grew like this. I thought it was just the nut, because I'm so used to seeing like either get it in the shell or the nut. So this is the actual almond fruit, and the fruit itself is like in the shape of an almond, which I thought was cool. We found this on the beach on a tree in Little Ochi. And these ones, so those ones might be more familiar. This is what's known as mami, or Latinos call it zapote. But it's a nice fruit. It's very fleshy. It's orange inside, like very sweet. You could use it for, like, obviously you can just eat it by itself, but it would also do really good in like desserts or custards or something. Doesn't look like much on the outside, but it's amazing inside. This, oh my god, this is Otaiti apples, and Otaiti apples are well, it's not like an American apple. It's better. It's so good. It's the fruit itself is a bit more fleshy. Like I feel like American apples can be like more crisp. This one is a bit more, it's not mushy like a banana, but it's definitely, I don't know how to explain it, but the taste of it, this tastes like flowers and apples had a baby, and this is what they produce. Like there's something florally about it, but like an edible flower, like a rose almost. Like the scent, oh God, the scent of it, it just is, yo, this is amazing. I used to literally sit as a little girl in my grandmother's yard and just eat them one after another, one after another. So I got lucky. It happens to be Otaiti apple season, so I got to eat it. And this thing right here looks like a dinosaur. It looks like a stegosaurus or something. But when I saw it, I was like, what's this? My mom was like, oh, this is sweet sap. Never had this before in my life. Y'all, this is amazing. This is like, I don't even know how to explain it. So I'll just show you. But this is it on the outside. Again, it's almost like a heart shape, almost. So maybe I wonder if it is good for your heart. But it is delicious inside. It has like this sort of white, like these black seeds, and the seeds are like marbles. Like they're so smooth, and then they're covered with this white flesh, and so you kind of suck off the flesh and you spit out the seeds, and the whole thing is just a bunch of seeds covered with this sort of white, almost like a membrane. Yeah, it's delicious. But yeah, this has been the experience. Like I could literally just eat fruit all day here. And what I love most about it is that everything here is from the island. Like everything here you get, it's from a tree, it's someplace that you can actually source it. You know, it's not, there are things that are imported. But a lot of it, most of the produce here is grown here on the land. It's Jamaican fruit, it's good fruit, and yeah, good stuff. Thanks for watching the journey, you guys. There's another episode coming up next with more food, more Jamaica, more highlights, more deliciousness. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay in touch, and I will see you soon.
She tell me that her name is Jamaica, and I said smile, girl, smile, smile for me, Jamaica.